and get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Off-play action. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air on second down. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Dropping back, it's Collins. Quickly complete. The Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 10.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Completes it in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. And that's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Little. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time, playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Collins. Fires to the middle. Finds a man on the left. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A great catch and run for 6. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Hilton. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
The Panthers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it again. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab outside. It's Thomas. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's the way to catch it, big fella.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Breaks into the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Motion from the wide receiver. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Slams it ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Notre Dame is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Joe Montana, this might not be over yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hilton. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to pass on second down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And into the end zone. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Out of bounds at the 4-yard line. First and goal. Georgia Tech.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a third down.
This quarterback, part of their running game. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Hilton. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the move to his left. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left but wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. To the ground with the back. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006?
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
That makes the score. Georgia Tech, 56-14.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Panthers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the... Two.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll test the right side. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They give it to him again. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? The give to the tailback. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Yellow Jackets really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And the Yellow Jackets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Let's go!
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And I got to find ways to manufacture some offense down here in this area. The field shrinks. It gets a little bit more difficult. So I got to take a few more chances, get the ball to some speed on the perimeter, try to make some big plays.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, with this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA so very critical. How about this one today? New Mexico State is down, but they are not out of it. Not inside Aggie Memorial Stadium, one of the more fun places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to FIU. Implications galore inside CUSA, and we'll circle back should anything big happen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll go to the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for space. It's Goff. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Right back to the well. Creates a little room. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Georgia Tech has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's the handoff. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They booted away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Maddox. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for space. It's Maddox. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39. It'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Pulls it in. It's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to pass. It's Hilton. Fires to the middle. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Touch pass on the right. Out across the 25 to the 26, but needed a little bit more. It'll be 4th down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as 2.
On the fake, they snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.